The number of people who say they have used ChatGPT has nearly doubled in the past 2 years to more than a third of adults in the United States. That's according to a recent Pew study. The AI chatbot, the fastest growing app in history when released in 2022, was the brainchild of OpenAI. A new book, Empire of AI, by journalist Karen Howe, details the rise of OpenAI and how its CEO Sam Altman helped transform the company from just another Silicon Valley firm to a global leader in artificial intelligence. Karen Howe joins me now. Karen, thank you for joining us. Why do you use the term empire?
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, I think the central part of my argument in the book is that these companies like OpenAI are really becoming new forms of empire. They are not just operating as dominant businesses in a marketplace. They are consolidating extraordinary amounts of political power as well, and a huge amount of resources, a huge amount of capital. And so they are basically effectively bullying other entities, whether it's other businesses, consumers, or the political process, and breaking down democratic norms in our society.
And Karen, when you write about OpenAI, which had a different mission when it started, and you write about the forces that are moving this race to get general intelligence and the sort of prize of AI dominance. Explain and talk about those forces a little bit that are moving and pushing around these different companies.
Yeah, one of the things that I talk about in my book is the fact that there's really what can only be described as sort of a quasi-religious movement that has developed within the AI world. And I call this movement the AGI religion, people who believe that general intelligence is possible to fully recreate in computers. And when that happens, that will either bring us to utopia, to heaven, or to dystopia, to hell. And these forces have really led to an extraordinary amount of ideological clashing within the AI development space, where people are driving forward technical progress in these AI systems, not just because of what they're seeing of how this could impact our real world presently today, but what they project in their minds might theoretically happen in the long term.
Is there a company, or are there companies that are following a model that is, for lack of a better word, safer or more cautious in their pursuit of artificial general intelligence?
I think the pursuit of artificial general intelligence is inherently something problematic because it is trying to ultimately replace humans in society with a technology. And what we've seen throughout history is that the best way to serve society with technological progress is by designing technologies that actually support humans, not actually replace them. And so I do not think it's actually compatible for companies to pursue AGI and be safe and ethical as well.
So there's a debate in its bluntest forms that's between the CEO of Anthropic, who says that jobs are going to be wiped out by AI, and then the CEO of NVIDIA, who says, wait a minute, it's not going to be so bad, it's going to be improving productivity. Do you have a view on that debate?
Yeah, well, one of the things that we always see with any previous wave of automation is there are jobs that are destroyed and jobs that are created. But the problem is no one ever talks about which jobs are destroyed and which ones are created. So typically what you see is entry-level jobs are destroyed and the career ladder breaks, and then more senior positions or more junior positions are created. So the people who graduated from school and went into the workforce before that beginning rung was broken, they can actually access the more senior level positions, but everyone else is sort of stuck with more junior roles and are not able to progress in their career.
Karen Howe, the book is Empire of AI. Thank you so much, Karen.